folks, what's up? So welcome to week 23, and this is your combination of the day. Now this combination is not like every other combination. This is not a specific combination, but rather it's almost like kind of like intro to lofting inspired styles, okay? So you're gonna learn how to do this kind of style that pretty much is all about flow and smoothness, okay? And a lot of people call this style lofting, but with me, I just call it lofting inspired because it's my own take on it. Like the moves, a lot of people do these moves, but hey, you know what? I'm not old enough to be a lofter, so I'm not going to try to take that title, okay? But you can take it for what it is. All right, so here's the thing, okay? When it comes to this specific like little sub-style right here, okay? We're not going to get down on the floor at all. This is the tops. This is the smooth, how to get around and flow like water tops, okay? And what I mean by tops is like you don't get down on the floor. You stay up top, okay? All right, so the base, the main base for this style that I'm going to teach you is the pas de bourrée, okay? So you guys know the pas de bourrée. I teach it I teach it online in the free lessons, and you probably learned a long time ago. It's one of the very, very basic moves, and once in a while we'll do it in the choreography. So with the pas de bourrée, a good thing that you could do, and what everybody should do, is to learn it so that you can travel with the pas de bourrée just in itself. So once you have the pas de bourrée where you can get around and pretty much work your area with just that move, alright, once you have that, then you can move on and start learning some of the other stuff I'm going to be teaching you today, okay? But first, start with the pas de bourrée. That's the very, very main step that we're going to be building on top of, okay? So the pas de bourrée. Alright, so now that I've said that, practice your pas de bourrée. Work it around, okay? With this step, I'm going to have you experiment to see what you can and can't do. Because the pas de bourrée does have its limitations, and sometimes you'll trip over your own leg because you end up doing an angle in an angle that is kind of like not optimal for the move, okay? For me, I've practiced this so much that I pretty much don't do it in those bad angles anymore, so I can't tell you, so you're going to have to learn through trial and error, okay? So just use the pas de bourrée, okay? Get around, move around, turn around, okay? And get that down, okay? Okay, alright, so here's the next thing. Once you have the primary step, then we're going to do the secondary step, which we're going to do probably like 25% of the time, maybe even less. And that's the cross step, okay? So the pas de bourrée is the main step, the secondary step is the cross step for what we're going to learn today. Alright? And this is the cross step. I also teach it in the online lessons, okay? I teach it into the fast cross step as well, okay? But all we need is this cross step, alright? Okay, when it comes to this style also, you want it to be smooth. So the way I like to do it when it comes to this style is I kind of like to do an up-down, like up, down, up, down, up, down, smooth, 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 okay? Alright, so you might have noticed at the very end of this, I end up doing a pas de bourrée, okay? So that's how we're going to start putting stuff together, okay? We're going to go from pas de bourrée to cross step, do the cross step a little bit, but do mostly pas de bourrée, okay? So we're going to be able to go back between pas de bourrée and cross step to pas de bourrée, and then, once you know that, then we're going to build even more, okay? Then we're going to do slightly more complicated stuff, but not too complicated. And some of it, actually, you've already learned before. You're just going to learn how to put it together so it makes sense within this style, okay? So what have we gone over? We've gone over pas de bourrée, we've gone over doing a pas de bras in your area, moving it around, and then where we've talked about the cross step, which is the secondary step. Okay, so you should know the pas de bras, you should know how to get around using the pas de bras, and you should know your cross step. Okay, now moving around with your cross step is less important because you're going to do the cross step less than you do the pas de bras. The pas de bras, like I said, is the main move for what you're going to learn today. Okay, the cross step is secondary. All right, so with the cross step, all right, now I'm gonna show you very specific ways to get from pas de bras to cross step, and from cross step back to pas de bras. Okay, so what I'm going to teach you today, I'm going to teach you one way of each way. Okay, because if I teach you too many, it's going to get confusing. Okay, I want you to get these down first. Okay, so to get from pas de bras to cross step, here's what you do. Okay, let's start pas de bras behind using this leg first. Okay, we're going to go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, and then we're going to go 1 and 2, and then here's how you get to cross step from the pas de bras. What you're going to do is you're going to do sort of a grapevine or a crossroads. Okay, and all you're going to do is you're going to step behind, side, cross, and that's the starting of the cross step. And then after that, you just continue the cross step. Okay, so it's going to go like this: 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now you're doing the cross step. Okay, now let's do 1 full 8 count of the pas de bras first, and then let's do 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 after 1 whole 8 count of the pas de bras. Okay, let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Alright? So, that is a pas de bras to cross step right there. Okay? So let's try it again, starting from the 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Actually, I messed up. Alright, let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Alright? Alright, so let's try it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Alright. Now, we're going to try to get from the cross step back to the pas de bras. Okay? And how do you do that? Here's what you do. Okay? You go, let's start the cross step with this leg, and then we're going to go 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. Okay? And then we're going to go 5 and 6. Okay? We're going to step to the front. 5 and 6. Like we're stepping, boom. And then we end it with a pas de bras. 7 and 8. Okay? So it's going to go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Alright? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Again, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. And then you could keep doing the pas de bras. Okay? So that's how you get from the cross step back to the pas de bras. Okay? It is cross step, step to the front, and then do the pas de bras. Like continue with the pas de bras. Okay? 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, and 8, okay? That was a more to the point version of it, okay? But let's try the original. We're gonna do cross step, cross step, cross step to the front, pas de bourrée. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Alright? Alright, now let's recap everything, okay? So let's go over everything we've learned so far, okay? And I'm talking about going from pas de bourrée to cross step, and then cross step to pas de bourrée, okay? Now I'm just going to do an example of what it would look like if you do these things, okay? Alright, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay? So you see, putting those two moves together pretty much double the versatility of each move. Okay? So now you can travel using both moves, and it really takes practice to get this to look natural. Okay? It's gonna be, at first it's gonna feel like your legs are just spaghetti and it's being intertwined all the time, but it takes experience and practice to be able to get it so that it's second nature and you can move around with it, okay? And after a while it'll be almost like walking, okay? Alright, so practice that. So far we've gone over the pas de bourrée, the cross step, then the pas de bourrée to cross step, and then the cross step to pas de bourrée. Alright? Okay, here's what's next. Alright, here's what's next, okay? Now that we've learned what we learned so far, now we're going to put a little bit of variation to get from the pas de bourrée to the cross step, okay? Just to give you a little bit of a change, okay? So it's not always the same. And it's pretty simple, really, okay? And for now, I'd like for you to learn it on one side that you're comfortable on at first. Because if you try to learn it on both sides, like I said before in other videos, you're going to get confused, okay? What you want to do is you want to strengthen your strong side. And then once you have that strong enough, then you can work on your weak side, okay? Don't be a jack of all trades where you're not strong at anything, okay? You got to get one side strong first before you can work on your weak side, alright? That's just my opinion, though. If something else works for you, go ahead and try that, okay? Alright, so now we're going to learn a little bit of a variation so that we can go from pas de bourrée to cross step, okay? So remember how we were doing this and then we went here, okay? Now let's try a different approach, okay? Now we're going to do this, and here's how it's going to go. We're going to go pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, heel step, cross. Okay? So it's going to go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Okay? Alright, let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Alright? Again, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Alright? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Alright? And then from here, cross, step, cross, step. Alright? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3. Okay? So, to me, that's actually a much smoother way of going from the pas de bourrée to the cross step, okay? Because it's a very natural flow, like boom, 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 okay? Alright, so let's put that with what we've learned so far. pas de bras to cross step to pas de bras, and now we're going to do the heel step, pas de bras to heel step to cross. Okay? All right. So I'm going to do an example for you. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right. So we've added even one more move to our repertoire. Okay, we're not finished yet. Okay, we have some more moves to do, but that's the next one. So remember it. Okay, pas de bras, heel step, cross, cross step, cross step. Okay. All right. Here's the next one. Okay. And it's something that we've learned before, but it's something that's similar to what we just did with a heel step to cross, okay? And what it is something I've gone over. You should be able to find it in the footwork style expansion pack. It's called the continuous ball change, okay? And it's this, okay? Now, that move is very, very useful within this style. It gives you kind of a rest from thinking because it's just one combination that you pretty much do over and over again, but it gives enough of a change because it's like changing directions all the time that it still looks interesting, okay? Alright, so let's add that, okay? I'm not going to go over it as much this time around because I've already taught it. So go check out the continuous ball change in the footwork style expansion pack. Okay? Alright. So here's the continuous ball change. It is pas de bras, heel step ball change, pas de bras, heel step ball change, pas de bras, heel step ball change, pas de bras, heel step ball change. Ba, 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 ah, 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 ah. Alright? Okay. So, now we add that to everything we've learned so far. Okay? Now I'm going to do an example. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now we're building some real variety there. Alright? Okay, so we've gone over several things already, but here's coming up next. Alright guys, here's what's next. So here's a very easy move that you can use to replace the cross step, okay? And that is the cross drag. So pretty much this is the cross step and this is the cross drag, which I teach in the footwork style course, and also I teach it free online. Okay, so by now you should really know this move, okay? Because it's everywhere. Alright, so instead of doing the cross step, occasionally you could replace it with the cross drag, okay? However much you want to replace it with that, it's up to you, okay? They're pretty much interchangeable, alright? Alright, so we're going to move on. So we have this concept of a cross drag. Now I'm going to teach you another move that I call the cross sweep, okay? And basically, just like the pas de bras to heel step to cross, it is a smoother way, in my opinion at least, to go from the cross step back to the pas de bras. Okay? Alright, so here's how it goes. Okay, we're going to do the cross step. We're going to go 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and then we're going to go 5 and then we're going to go that way. Okay, we're going to go 5 and then we're going to have kind of like sweep. Okay? So we're going to go 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so you remember the cross drag, right? The cross drag, we go like this, okay? And the movement goes that way. It sweeps around that way to the front, okay? It drags around that way. It goes like that, okay? It's to the front. This one goes to the back, but coming from the same move. So, whereas we did cross drag and we turned it around this way, cross sweep, we go like this, and then we turn it around this way, going towards the back. So we go 1, 2, okay? Alright? So let's do 2 cross steps first and then go into the cross sweep. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. You notice I finish facing that way. Okay? That's kind of like how I like to angle it. I think it's a good amount of turning without turning too much. Okay? I mean, you could turn even more, but then it gets kind of really turny and confusing, okay? So, half a turn is good. Boom, turn that way, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, okay? And that is the cross sweep, okay? Alright, let's try one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Alright? Okay. So, the stuff that we've gone over so far, let's recap. The pas de bourrée, which we're going to use most of the time. The cross step, which we're going to use some of the time. Okay? Then we've gone over how to get from the pas de bourrée to the cross step, and then from the cross step to the pas de bourrée. Okay? And then we did a little variation of how to do the pas de bourrée to the cross step with the heel to cross. Okay? So, we went heel to cross. Okay? And then after that, we went from the heel to the continuous ball change. Okay? And then we talked about using the cross drag in replace of the cross step. Okay? And after we talked about the cross drag, we talked about the cross sweep. Okay? So this is the cross drag. Okay? And this is the cross sweep. Okay? And the cross sweep goes into the pas de bourrée. Okay? So, like I said earlier, the heel step to cross is a smoother way of going from the pas de bourrée to cross step. The cross step sweep is a smoother way to get from the cross step to back to the pas de bourrée. Okay? Alright, we're almost done here. Okay? So we've gone over those moves so far. Next thing we're going to add is something that we've learned before. Okay? And it is the walking pas de bourrée that we learned in the footwork style course. Okay? And that it looks like this. Here, here, here. Okay? So we're going to add that now. And since it is based off of the pas de bourrée, it should be easy for you to just add in there. Okay? So, just pretty much remember, after pas de bourrée, you could step over, and then you could continuously do it. Experiment with that move, okay? I already taught it in the footwork style course, so please refer to that little video tutorial for that move, okay? Oh yeah, one thing that I'd like to mention also, with the walking pas de bourrée, you could start the walking pas de bourrée from a cross step or a pas de bourrée. And you could also end it in a cross step or a pas de bourrée. Okay? So that's the last thing we're going to learn today. Let me just show you that. Okay? To get into the walking pas de bourrée from a pas de bourrée, here's what you do. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Step over, pas de bourrée. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1. Okay? So you do pot of array, pot of array, pot of array, step over, pot of array. And that's how you get into it from the pot of array and out of it from the pot of array. Now, for the cross step, here's what you do. You go cross, step, cross, step, cross, step, step over, okay? And then you're going to go, instead of pot of array, okay, you're going to go pot of array, but you're going to cross like that, okay? So you're going to start it off as if you're doing a pot of array, but you're going to cross. Sort of like how you did this. It's like we're going to do the pot of array, but you end up crossing, okay? And that's how you get into it from the cross step and out of it from the cross step. Okay, let's do it again. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm still doing the cross step. Boom. Okay? So, let me do an example of everything that we have gone over this whole lesson. Okay? Alright, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1. Alright? Okay. So, all that is going to require you to practice these moves, but do what's comfortable for you, okay? You don't have to do all of them at the same time. You don't have to clutter your brain, okay? You just got to put it, it's like Lego pieces, okay? You got to put it little by little, okay? Do what you're comfortable with and just add, okay? And if you learn all of these, I promise you, you'll be able to do just what I did in the example, in the demo today. Alright? Okay, and that is week 23's lesson, okay? That's the combination of the day. Alright, see you next week.